Well, we're very happy to be here today welcoming our university, Natalia Álvarez Simó. Natalia was the director of Teatros del Canal back in September 2016 until 2019. And since early 2020, she has been the director of the Centro Cultural Condeduque, one of the most exciting cultural centers, I would say, not only in Madrid, in Spain, but I would even say at a more international level. Actually, the center has been, according to Observatorio de la Fundación Contemporánea 2022, the center has, risen, I believe, 16 positions, right, from in the national ranking, moving from 38th to the 22nd place in 2022. And this year, I believe, the center is participating with a co-production in the Festival de Avignon, probably the most important scenic arts festival in the world. So congratulations for that, Natalia.
Thanks.
And we're here today to basically learn a bit better, what it entails to have a position like the one Natalia has and what her role in a, pioneering and world-class cultural center entail, such as yours. So my first question would go into, in what ways does art enrich our understanding of humanity, culture, and society, and how might this enrichment evolve over time?
Thanks, first. For inviting me. I always think about one of the most important curator in Europe, that was Freelesen, and she said that while we are in a daily running, the artists decide to stop and to see what happened with our world and reflect and think and criticize about this. So it's very important for us as society to think about the world where we are living. And it's a very complex world, and I think that the humanities are more and more important nowadays. Yeah.
Excellent. And I mean, Centro Condeduque is, I think, is very well known for having this, very, very interesting and cutting-edge programming. So how do you really stay informed about emerging artists, trends, and works in the scenic art fields?
The first is the curiosity to be engaged with the world and with what happened today in all the fields. It's not only performing art, it's literature, it's the problems of the society, it's the economical issues. And for me, it's really a natural way. While I have to travel a lot and to be in contact with other colleagues over the world too. So I receive a lot of news about what are happening with the artists and seeing different festivals or follow them. Yeah, it's a work for daily day.
Okay, so my understanding is that you feel art's really a reflection of reality, and definitely to stay close to contemporary societal issues is absolutely crucial to understand, what the arts are reflecting out there. So that's really interesting. So how do you ensure that your programming reflects a diverse range of artistic voices and perspectives?
I think that's all the mission of the Condeduque Center, or the mission of my institution. If I am working with a contemporary society, I think when I am trying to design the program, how I can reflect on the stage the people that are around us on the street and give a voice for them too. I think that I take carefully about that while I am working about the season and choosing the shows and to see all the realities, the diversity and the territories.
It's a very, very powerful idea, I think. So how do you ensure that your programming reflects this diverse range of artistic voices and perspectives? I guess your traveling must help there.
Yes, I travel a lot, and I am in contact with all the structure or institution that are working. It's not only performing arts, it's not only theaters, art museum, for example, or institutions that are working about thinking philosophy, sociologies, and etc. So I am in contact with the issues that everybody start to talk, even the artists, because the artists, as you said, is a reflect of our reflections.
And something that I found particularly interesting is that, both in the centers that you've led, both Condeduque and Canal, I felt you were really capable of engaging with, very diverse audiences. So how do you engage with those? And, not only audiences, but also communities. How do you make it so that they're reflected in your programming choices?
I think that I always have these things about the access of the culture for everybody, because I believe about that. I believe that everybody can be close to the contemporary fields, because at the same time it's the language that we are using at this time. So everybody can be close to that. It's only that we have to offer, the click for the audience to come in, and I think that everyone can find something that change, the perspective, and not only change to open new words for the audience, to develop the critical think about our societies, yes.
And that links very well to my last question, and it would be, can you share an example of how you introduce innovative programming concepts or formats into the portfolio or the programming of the institution?
We try to innovate a lot in the field of mediation activities, because if we have our focus in the contemporary field, I think that it's necessary to give tools to everybody to be closer. For example, this year we developed a new project that's called POM, Point of Movement, that it's a space, a public space for teenager and young audience to be in the center doing a rehearsal about dance, but could be record TikTok, or could be to do a rehearsal about a show for the friends that they are working. Because for us it's very important to engage. It's the most difficult things for an institution, engage the young audience. And I think that POM is it's a way to give to them a space that they need, but a space where they can develop his own impulse, or or his own necessities. So I think that this audience, in a couple of years, they come back to the institution as an audience to attend to the shows, and they can have a relationship with the institution more familiar. And we are not doing what they have to do. It's the opposite. We are seeing what they need. It's the opposite as used to program in an institution.
Very interesting. I think the conversation leaves us very inspired. I'm going to stay with the idea that you are definitely a curious person, and that to do a job as successfully as you do yours is definitely important to stay hungry, stay foolish, like Steve just said. And I feel that your idea of audience, it really goes beyond the idea of an spectator, but it's more the idea of like creating a community of collaborators, of true citizens that engage in the cultural institution as someone that is part of the institution. And it's a meeting place to address not only societal challenges, but also a place of inspiration, a place of enjoyment, and a place that allows us all to dream and to travel to other realities, and hence create a greater deal of empathy and maybe even compassion that I'm sure it will foster. Thanks to places like yours, we're able to create better and more and happier citizens. So thank you so much, Natalia, for your contribution, and we're looking forward to learning more about what's coming ahead.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.